Okay, all right. All right. So on this rainy gray day, uh, I'm happy to be spending this time with you all. I should probably get the book. How y'all been doing? This has been a wild couple days. We have lots going on our front. We have our one girl is learning to drive, getting her beginner's driver's license, and lots going on with hockey and school, but I also love this time of year. You just sort of getting into a rhythm, starting a routine, setting out some intentions for the year when it comes to the kids. Oh, it's a good time. It's a good time. I also, last night when I was going to sleep, I thought, man, like when you have really good routines and habits, it's almost like Groundhog Day in a good way, but you also realize how fast time is going, how precious it is, but also how fast it's going by. And just trying to soak up every moment of these special memories and times. Um, Again, I continue to get such incredible feedback about this book from people, all different walks of life, every different age group. And the feedback I've been getting is that this is stuff, it's not new. This is stuff that's been out there, but it's really just asking you to pause, to reflect, and to check in with yourself because our mental health and our personal wellness, it's not going to wait forever for you to make some changes or some pivots. It's going to let you know when things are off. So why not get ahead of it? This is like proactive care, proactive health care, proactive wellness care by getting ahead of it and being intentional when you are thinking about these things. The book is called You're Strong Enough for This, a real world guide to building resilience and becoming who you were meant to be. None of us were meant to compromise and say, this is just the life I get. We all have the opportunity of bringing brilliance into our lives. It's our responsibility. But at the same time, if nobody's taught you or provided you with an example of how to do it without sacrificing your mental health or wellness, sometimes that can be a hindrance where people think, what am I doing wrong? Why doesn't this feel as good as I thought it would? And so, my intention, my hope, my goal, my vision is that for some people, reading this is going to get you back in line with yourself, back in tune with yourself. Okay. My name is Kate Hansen. I am the author of You're Strong Enough for This. I'm also the founder and CEO of Kate Hansen Co. We have a lot of big things happening, a lot of different vehicles to serve, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with the world, with all of you soon. But I also want to mention, as I always do, one of my team members, my right hand woman, Gia, she may be on the live chat in YouTube if she's able to join us. Know that she's dealing with a little bit of illness at home right now, but if she is able to, normally Gia is there to help engage with the people who are on live. So as I'm reading, if stuff comes up for you, if it sparks you, if it reminds you of your own personal journey, share that with us. I want this to be an interaction, an engagement, not a one-sided speaking at you experience. I want you to share because other people will benefit when you share your truth, your wisdom, your experience. Other people will benefit. That is the beauty of human nature, of community, of people, like-minded people coming together for the benefit of everyone. Okay, so depending if Gia is able to join us or not, just feel free to put stuff in the comments. By the time I finish my reading, I will hop over to see if there's any questions or if anybody shares so that I can go back and forth with you. But for now, just because of the slight delay, I'm going to just jump into reading. And if anything comes up at any time, message, even if you put something in the comments and it's about something bigger, a bigger conversation or wanting to connect, leave a message there, tell us how to reach you, and we will make sure we keep the conversation going. Okay. All right. So let's go. We are picking up at chapter 11, self-sabotage, fear of success, and imposter syndrome. All right. So when you become your own biggest roadblock, you've put in the work, you're making progress, opportunities are opening up. By all accounts, you should be celebrating. So why do you suddenly feel stuck? Why do you find yourself avoiding the next step? procrastinating, or doubting whether you deserve any of it. This is the moment where self-sabotage, fear of success, and imposter syndrome creep in quietly, subtly, but powerfully enough to keep you playing small when you're meant for more. This is such a universal experience, right? That's why I can say this with such confidence. There's so many people and studies and books written about it. If you read people's biographies, autobiographies, this is such a common theme of people hitting a certain level of what they wanted, desired, and then all of a sudden hitting the brakes and feeling all this resistance. Okay, so this is normal. This is totally normal. It means that you're doing something. It means that you're striving, that you're growing, you're transforming. This is the moment where, oh, I already said that, but when you're really meant for more. The strangest part is that it's like you're battling yourself, making it harder than it needs to be. And the most dangerous part, it can all happen on a subconscious level. We must get out of our own way. So when I say that on a subconscious level, it just means that you're not conscious of it. It's a self-sabotage that people outside of you might be able to pick up on, but you going through your day-to-day life and just doing your best, if you don't stop and think about it, you may not even be conscious that you are doing this, that you are creating that feeling of stuck, that you are creating that procrastination. Self-sabotage, when you stand in your own way. Self-sabotage doesn't always look obvious. It's not just about making reckless choices or completely giving up. More often, it's small, seemingly harmless actions that keep you from fully stepping into your potential. Procrastinating on the things that matter most, overcommitting to distractions so that you can use them as an excuse not to focus, doubting yourself so much that you hesitate to act, overthinking to the point of inaction. I remember having a breakthrough when I noticed a strange pattern. Whenever I started seeing progress, I would literally get sick. Not just a little rundown, but sick enough that I had to stay home and in bed. Sometimes I missed critical meetings or important deadlines, which only multiplied my stress and set me back further. It was as if my own body was finding a way to keep me from moving forward. And then there are those moments when you secretly wish something would get canceled. Maybe you don't feel like going to that party or showing up at work or attending a big event, but instead of setting a boundary or admitting you don't want to go, you wish something external would take the decision out of your hands. And suddenly your car won't start or the host calls to say the event has been canceled. Deep down, you feel like somehow you willed it into existence. Maybe that's self-sabotage too. The quiet, hidden desire to stay in your comfort zone while convincing yourself it wasn't your fault. Now that I understand the power of my thoughts, I choose them intentionally. Every morning and every night, I set my mind towards my goals, not my fears, so that my comfort zone doesn't sneak up on me and sideline my big plans. At its core, self-sabotage is a defense mechanism, a way to avoid discomfort, risk, or change. The closer you get to something great, the more your mind tries to convince you that staying where you are is a safer option. But that's a lie. Safety is never guaranteed. And sometimes staying where you are is actually riskier, the riskier choice. I know it's confusing. Trust yourself. But don't blindly trust your gut reactions or initial resistance, because those could be self-sabotage in disguise. The trick is to develop a healthy curiosity about who or what is driving your actions. The best way to clarify this, use your desires as a compass. Okay, ask yourself, what do I really want? What actions will attract the outcome or those results I desire? Am I making choices that move me forward, or am I holding myself back? And from there, go all in. Fear of success, the hidden resistance no one talks about. We always hear about the fear of failure, but what about the fear of success? At first, it sounds ridiculous. Why would anyone be afraid of getting what they want? But the truth is, success brings change, not just external change, but more importantly, internal change. It shifts your self-image and perhaps even your belief systems. And change, even positive change, can feel terrifying. What if more success means more pressure? What if I don't have what it takes to maintain it? Who am I to have that kind of success? What if people start expecting more of me? What if success makes me different from the people I love? The unknown can feel overwhelming. Sometimes it seems easier to hold yourself back than to face what might come with achieving more. Here's the reality: you are already capable of handling what comes next. You don't have to have all the answers today. You just have to take the next step forward. An example of this that just came to my mind as I read that is that having a child, or like, once you start a family, it's kind of one of those things that when it starts, there's no going back. You are committed. And it's one of those biggest discomforts, transformations. Your self image changes. You doubt that you're capable enough, but you can't go back. You can't change anything. You can't undo it. So you figure it out and you keep going and you get better and better and better. It's the same with anything you desire in your life. There's the discomfort, there's the weird time, messy time where you're figuring it out. That doesn't mean it wasn't meant for you. That doesn't mean you don't deserve it. It just means that this is part of the process of getting what you desire, of living with what you desire. Okay, imposter syndrome, the voice that says, who do you think who do you think you are? Even the most accomplished people struggle with imposter syndrome. That nagging feeling that you're not really as capable or as special as others think you are. I know highly successful people, leaders at the top of their game, who have panic attacks before big meetings or presentations because this feeling bubbles up inside of them. That fear that at any moment someone will find out you're not as smart, talented, or deserving as others assume. I don't belong here. I just got lucky. Someone else could do this better. These thoughts aren't truth. They're just your mind's way of reacting to new levels of achievement. Your success isn't a mistake. You've earned your place. The goal isn't to eliminate imposter syndrome entirely. It is to stop letting it dictate your actions. How to stop holding yourself back. 1, recognize when it's happening. Self-sabotage, fear of success, and imposter syndrome thrive in the shadows. Once you start noticing your own patterns, hesitation, procrastination, self-doubt, you can call them out for what they are: resistance, not reality. Number 2, reframe fear as a sign of growth. Fear isn't always a signal to stop. Sometimes it's a sign that you're stepping into something bigger. The goal isn't to eliminate fear, it's to acknowledge it head on, determine why there is no true risk to you, and move forward anyway. That is a confidence builder. Number 3, act as if you already belong. The version of you that doubts your success is not the same version of you that achieves it. Step into the role. Act as if you are already the person who deserves to be in the room, because you do. Commit, number 4, commit to the next step, not the whole path. This is a big one for so many people. Overwhelm can make success feel scarier than it really is. Instead of worrying about everything ahead, commit to just the next best step. This is often the most efficient approach as well, because inevitably you will learn as you go, discover options you may not have seen before you took the initial action. Okay, final thoughts. Step into who you were meant to be. You are not an imposter. You're not a fluke. You're not some lucky accident who snuck in through the back door of success. You're the real deal, capable, powerful, and absolutely not doomed to keep tripping over your own potential forever. Whatever you believe is true. So improve your beliefs, choose better beliefs. Everything you want, it's hanging out just beyond the awkward discomfort that you're feeling right now. Think of it like growing pains of puberty: messy, weird, uncomfortable as heck, but also a sure sign that you're evolving. So here's the real question: Are you going to let some tired old lies tell are you going to let some tired old lies you tell yourself keep running the show? Or are you going to throw your metaphorical crown on and step forward anyway? Let me hear it. What are you going to do? Get rid of those tired old lies. Put on that crown. Reflection prompts. At the end of every chapter, I add some reflection prompts. I want you to go through these, not necessarily while we're live. Take some time, first thing in the morning or right before bed. Make the room comfortable, like a real nice room where there's a space where there's no interruptions, disruptions, so you can really focus on a deeper level and you can hear your own small voice inside. Okay, here they are. Number one, our reflection prompts. Ready or not, here you grow. Number one, be honest. What are subtle ways you've self-sabotaged progress in the past? Number two, have you felt fears of success? Or have you even been aware of it? Number three, what situations trigger imposter syndrome for you? And how do you usually respond when that happens? Number four, the last one, what would acting as if look like for your next big move? Acting as if your desired outcome is already set in stone. It's already happening. It's already real. How would that look when you take your next big move? All right. So that's all that I have for today. We will move on to chapter 12 next week. Let me hop over, see if anybody has anything that they want to discuss or call out. For those of you who aren't able to join live, because I am doing these literally all over the place based on what I've got going on, feel free, watch the replay, still engage with us, still as you're going through, it clocks you for where you're at in the video that you're commenting, and then we can engage with you and get the word out about your wisdom, your input, your experiences, because that is your value, bringing that to the surface. All right. That's all I have for everyone today. I love you so much. To those of you purchasing the book and supporting and giving reviews and testimonials and sharing, please share pictures of you reading this book. I love seeing them on different decks, by the lake, by the ocean, in people's cozy chairs by their fireplace. I love it. Please keep those coming. They are so sweet to receive. Makes my heart so happy. Again, I look forward to moving forward and reading the next chapter with you again. Take care, everybody.